Hello, good day, and welcome to the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef Tournament live on MBS. We are live in Mons Pratus, where the tournament is about to begin with the first match as part of the pre-quarterfinal round between Lapis Bay and Cape Cambridge.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to some of you, and welcome to the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef Tournament here at the beautiful Clipper Center. I'd like to first start out the tournament by thanking everyone who has made this tournament possible so far. So, the 10 teams who have arrived here to participate in the tournament, the staff for giving us our event grant, the people who helped make the Clipper Center possible, and of course MBS for broadcasting. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'd like to first start out by briefly explaining the tournament rules and the tournament seeding. So the tournament is going to be played under normal MLS rules for the first part, but we're going to try out something different for this tournament. Basically, all rounds are going to be timed with a redstone clock, which has a period of about 5 minutes. I'll start the redstone clock at the beginning of each match, and the clock is only going to be stopped either if some interruption happens from a player crashing or if a team takes a timeout, of which each team will have one timeout to take. When the clock is finished, you will see a firework launch, and that's when regulation should end. But if the match is tied after regulation is over, then we will have a sudden death overtime period after that, in which case the first team to score will just win the match. Are there any questions about how that's going to work before we proceed? No questions about the rules. All right, so as for the tournament seeding itself, the 10 teams were seeded based on prior performance in MLS, if they had any, and the teams who have never played in MLS were just randomly seeded. So, of course, Pisansaki and Frog was seeded first because Frog won the MLS Shovelers Cup last season. Kitty is second because he was the runner up, and so on and so forth. And this is going to be a single elimination tournament in which a loss eliminates you from the tournament, with the exception that the two teams who lose the semifinals will, of course, play in the consolation match for the third prize of $100. Are there any questions regarding how that works? If not, then we're going to start the tournament with the first match in the first round, which will be between Lapis Bay, represented by Alpha DS, and Cape Cambridge, represented by Painted Blue. So if they can go take a seat or a spot at opposite corners of the Spleef Arena to start, that would be great. And of course, don't forget to have only the normal MLS inventory which is allowed, which is a shovel, that's an unenchanted shovel, a stack of steak, and if you'd like, a uniform. You also may want to set homes at opposite corners, as it may help with resetting the match faster. No, I suppose we could do a bow start if we really want to.
I'm prepared for that.
Well, it's not really a spleef game without Elite doing a shadow point start, is it?
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready?
What were you going to say, Kitty?
nothing.
Okay, Alpha DS and Painted Blue, are you ready?
I am ready.
We will start in 3, 2, 1, go. It looks like they're having a close match so far. We're about half a minute into the round. If anyone else would like to commentate, you can feel free to.
Just to note for our viewers on MBS, the winner of this match, this is the round before the quarterfinals. Not all teams are participating in this round, but certain teams need to participate in this round to qualify for the quarterfinals. Whoever wins this match will compete against Tits and Saki. Tits and Saki is already automatically in the quarterfinals.
We don't seem to have any indication of what the trench looks like, but it looks like the players have resorted to throwing snowball.
Note that unlike the past two MLS seasons, this is a timed game, so...
We should be getting to around the 2-minute mark.
The left side of the field, where painted blue is standing, seems to be much more pulverized, and painted is in a corner. It's a lot less of the.
With the way we're playing, I wouldn't be surprised if this game ends 1-0 in the sudden death round. Ooh, that's a point for Lapis Bay.
Lapis Bay leads 1-0. Get back to the corner so we can start the round as quickly as possible. Are you ready? We're waiting on painted. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. And don't forget that you can take a timeout if you'd like. We're about at the 3-minute mark.
What happens if the game ties in sudden death?
Why would it tie in sudden death?
Well, does sudden death only happen if they're tied at the 5-minute mark?
It only happens if they're tied.
Oh, okay.
Sasha, I don't think you're gonna need spectator in this situation. In any case, it's only admins.
Also, I'll be able to see you in spectator, so that'll be kind of annoying, because I'm trying to...
Again, we still have no indication of what the
We're at 4 minutes now or so. So the clock should finish momentarily.
So it looks like Alpha has the advantage here. If Painted doesn't make a move, then this is Alpha's game to win.
And the game is over. So that's a...
Lapis Bay wins 1-0 against Cape Cambridge. Lapis Bay will be going off against Hits and Saki in the quarterfinals. And if I look at the bracket correctly, it looks like Nuke, or however you pronounce that, versus Dansburg. The second match of round 1 is coming up next.
That's right, Nuke represented by Zuach against Dansburg represented by Sasha9076. and the winner between those two will face off against the city-state of Catania in the quarterfinals. I don't have any funny Federal sponsorship messages to fill up the time. Anyways, are you two ready to start this one? For security reasons, Mike, we are not going to show that to you during the game, but it uses hoppers. Anyways, if you're ready, then let's get the countdown to begin. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off again. The Shadow Point start, as always, during the MLS season.
Dansberg is Sasha, right?
Yes, Dansberg is Sasha, and Nuke is Zuaj.
Alright. And it looks like Zuad stopped in the middle of the field, and Sasha scores his first point for Danberg.
Zuaj, is something up right now? Zuaj, you want to get out as quickly as possible so we can reset as quickly as possible. We're at 45 seconds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
This is a timed game, and the timer does not stop after a point is scored, so you gotta get back up on the
Team takes a
field.
timeout. Each team has one timeout.
I do realize that the field is big enough that the trench tradition is going to be much harder to play with. The trench, of course, has been entrenched in the minds of MLS players and viewers since the beginning of Season 4, the first televised game between myself and Salina.
And it looks like the save has started, so...
We're at 1:30.
And there we go. They're back. Bit of a cat and mouse game here, but Dansberg maintains the lead. Ooh,
Offensive
that
move.
is an offensive move by Dansberg. Almost didn't go too well, but Sasha managed
2 minutes.
to evade. Oh, making more offensive moves.
Very
against...
tense here.
Ooh, got some close calls on both sides here as Zuaj is running away for Nuke. And Sasha for Dansberg seems to be in hot pursuit.
All the way up to the northwest corner there. Heading back into the southeast. Nope, make that the southwest.
2:30.
A great portion of the field has been torn up.
Hey, Mike, could you sit down, please?
And, oh, a close call there for Nuke as Nuke makes some moves. And it looks like Sasha digs a little bit of a trench before running away. It now looks like the roles are being reversed, and Sasha is starting to play more defensively. Sasha does have the lead, so if he can just make it to the timer, he wins the game. It's Zuaj for Nuke needs to score a point in order to keep that from happening.
Looks like some southwest corner defense for Sasha. And is this an island from this angle? I can't tell. No, it is not.
No, it is
Offensive
not.
move.
They are on one tiny... Oh, and that's another point for Sasha.
Okay, Dansberg leads 2-0 with about 1:15 left. Let's get resets quickly unless you want to call a timeout. Okay, we're going to reset, and 3, 2, 1, go. About a minute left, so the clock should go off sometime soon. Zuaj
Ooh.
fighting for his life here in this round.
Zuaj gets punched right there. Sasha, and that's the first point
2
for
to
Blue.
1. Zuaj, it might be in your interest to call a timeout now. Okay. Are you ready? 3. Are you ready? Okay, Sasha calls the timeout, so
Timeout.
we're going to stop.
A timeout has been called by Dansberg.
The timeout was taken with about 30 seconds left. There's only 2 diorite blocks that need to get cycled in before the clock gets called. So it looks like they might only have about 20 seconds to play or so. Are you two ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Sasha digs the first trench. Zuj just digs a smaller trench. Sasha is going to hole up in the northwest corner of the field.
Ooh, and that's
Zuj
another
goes
point
down.
for Sasha.
Dansberg takes a 3-1 lead, and Dansberg wins 3-1.
So Dansberg wins in the second pre-quarterfinal game. Dansberg is going to go up against... who are they going up against? They're going to be going up against the city-state of Catania. That's me. In the quarterfinals. The next game right here is going to be Titsensaki versus, I believe that was Lapis Bay. That's going to be the first quarterfinal game. Titsensaki automatically in the quarterfinal, and Lapis Bay won that game against Cape Cambridge.
Just taking a second to update the wiki, and then while we're doing that, Frog and Alpha DS, let's get ready for your match.
Let me just do my graphics.
And yes, do remember that you have one timeout each to call during regulation. You may call a timeout after a round has been finished. See, the clock thing has actually been going fairly well so far, other than the games probably being a bit shorter than I would have liked.
I like the more fast-paced matches. The previous MLS format kind of incentivized that defensive play that made games go on very long.
Okay, Kitty, Frog, and Alpha, are you ready to start this match?
Yep, MBS got its graphics ready.
Frog and Alpha, are you ready? Looks like Frog's ready, and I have to go check to see Alpha. Alpha's ready. Alright then, so we will start the match in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off again with the Shadow Point start between the reigning champion of the MLS.
Yes.
This will...
MBS viewers who watched MLS Season 4 will remember that Titsensaki won against the city-state of Catania in the MLS Shovelers Cup final back in the summer. Not sure what the score was, but my internet sucked that day, so the score was probably pretty embarrassing for the city-state of Catania.
4:30 left.
Frog did show in MLS Season 4 that he does have some impressive skills when it comes to Spleef. From my experience, particularly in smaller arenas, this of course is a larger arena, so that sort of changes how the game would be played, but the small arena matches with Frog in Titsonsaki and in the other MLS small arenas, those were some pretty impressive games. And I believe
Looks like we are approaching the mark with 3:30 left in the match.
And Frog is throwing away items. Alpha goes and picks up his steak.
Hey Skelly, where's the luxury box with my armor stand?
I think I destroyed the armor stand.
And just a note for our viewers on MBS, I try to keep the camera angled such that the left and right on the scoreboard are also left and right on the screen, just to make that easier to keep track of. We do have no points have been scored yet, and both teams not really any big offensive moves at this point. They're sort of just dancing around the field, always staying sort of on separate sides of trenches.
And we have 2 minutes left in the match.
More than halfway through, and no points have been scored yet.
The field and the trenches are just eviscerated, and this arena is large enough that I cannot see Titsonsaki from this luxury booth.
1:30 left.
And we are still not seeing any offensive play from either Titsonsaki or Lapis Bay.
1 minute left. And it's still a tie at 0-0 with 1 minute left.
And Alpha makes a bit of a move. Frog still playing defensively in response.
The clock should be ending any second now. And that's time for regulation. Regulation is over.
So now the next person to score a point wins the game.
Yeah, I believe this regulation is over, which means that the round is over, so we need to reset the field as well. We are going to go to overtime. Frog and Alpha, are you ready? Alpha? 3, 2, 1, go.
In the world of college basketball, The Michigan Wolverines lead the Ohio State Buckeyes 67-65 with 7:51 in the second.
Getting pretty close to each other, but we're really not seeing them emerge on the same side of any trenches that develop on the field. There's still a lot of defensive play going on in the sudden death round. Neither team here willing to make any big moves.
The first person to make an and the save is starting. The only advice that this reporter can give to our tournament players and viewers is to run, and if you do, pray. The save is over, and the first one to make an offensive move gets $10 from me.
Offensive move is a very loose term, so prepare for that to be litigated.
Okay, then I will hire Merrick Garland to be my counsel.
And it looks like Frog is creating an island. That is an island.
Yep, looks like we're gonna have to restart this round, continuing with overtime when the players are ready. Are Alpha and Frog ready? Three, two, one, go. Whoever wins this match will face the winner of Sandvik versus Shadowpoint in the semifinals.
The Clipper Airlines Civil War. I will note that the trench finally looks like something, and I do think it looks like a seahorse. The Wolverines lead the Buckeyes 69-68 with 6:54 in the second. I'm calling both games.
So anyone gonna make a move, or are we gonna be here till tomorrow?
$10. Get your $10 here. Just do a thing. And hey, Sasha, if you could remove the thing on your head, you're blocking my view. Thank you. I will stipulate that as an offensive move, so Alpha gets my $10.
Well, this is a very uninteresting game to watch.
I think it's been going on 10 minutes or so.
How well am I coming through? Because I'm using Discord push to talk, and it's the most finicky thing ever.
You're fine. Oh. And Frog runs away.
Does Frog need a Frog's calling a timeout? Frog's calling a timeout. Is this for lag issues? Okay, then let's just say that this is your one timeout, Frog. Okay, we're going to reset the round. Are we ready? Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Michigan leads 73-69 with 4:52 in the second. Go Blue.
Well, whatever y'all's strategy is, it's clearly not working, so...
Still 0-0 in overtime. Lapis Bay has 1 timeout. Tyson Saki has 0.
Ooh, close call there for Tits and Saki.
A reminder to our viewers, hail to the victors valiant. Eliminate him.
Jesus fuck, just end the fucking game already.
The Clipper Center does not endorse bad language.
MBS does.
Clipper Airlines does. Come on, I want to do the Clipper Airlines Civil War.
You know, if we take this format to MLS, can we just say that if after 5 minutes of sudden death no one scores, both teams lose?
The version that I proposed for last year had it that if two teams that overtime would only last 5 minutes long in the regular season, and if the teams fail, then they tie. If they don't score at, but this is a single elimination tournament, so a winner has to be produced in some way, anyways.
$75-72 for the Wolverines with 4 minutes in the second half.
And of course this is happening again.
This reminds me of the bad old days when I had to go against Alpha and I ultimately just gave in. This happened in the Winter Games not too long ago.
And that's why Winter Games Day 1 Spleef was like 3/4 of the day.
Did something happen? Did someone press the button or something?
Frog Island did.
Oh, okay.
Again.
Any longer, I'm going to start crooning some Sinatra.
Okay, let's start in 3, 2. Oh, Alpha's changing to Elite. If you do that, then I'm going to mute you.
Over here, I heard the word "meet me," so yeah, you know.
Okay,
We'll get
3, 2, 1, go. Please score so this doesn't take forever. I'm talking in VC right now, Sasha, so if you don't hear me, then there's something wrong with your computer. The next match after this, by the way, will be Sandvik versus Shadowpoint.
I just realized I had that graphic up. Oops. Welp, it's gone now. Then again, that graphic basically describes this whole game, so I guess.
Good thing is that I have 2 days to prepare.
Accidentally had the timeout graphic up for way too long, but I guess that graphic does describe this entire game, so it's not entirely inaccurate.
Hey, Sans, how about we go to the how about we go to Shatterpoint Stadium and we'll have our match while they're doing that.
Yes.
If they get to 250 and nobody scored, then I'm gonna do something about it.
Whoever's doing /lay, please stop doing that. It makes a sound effect.
I think it's Zwoj.
You guys have 5 minutes to produce a winner, or I'm going to make you stay in a 4x4 square, and you're gonna find out the winner from there.
You know, I'd kind of actually like to see that. Keep stalling.
No. God damn it.
Need I remind you, it's not regulation. Here, how about I'll go onto the field with my Walther PPK, and then the first person to
And
walk
that's
into
the
my line of
game!
fire,
Tits and
and we have a
Saki
winner.
scores! Fucking finally.
So Sensaki has won 1-0, which means they will advance to the semifinals. The next match in the quarterfinals will be between Sansvik and Shadow Point. Sansvik represent.
Sans or Elite, please don't let this happen again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try here.
Sansvik represented by Sansnot Luigi, and Shadow Point represented by Elite Neon.
Hey, Sans, get into blue air colors because I'm in southwest colors right now.
All right, I guess.
Okay, are you two ready?
Hold on a minute.
Saves just started. No, it was pretty long. I'm gonna say that much. All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Some aggressive moves by Elite. And that looked like a lot of close calls for Elite there as Sans tried to defend himself, but he survived that offensive onslaught.
4 minutes left.
And Elite briefly drops his shovel, looking like he's now switching to playing defensively.
3:30 left. Needon versus Siamethyst should be the next match, yeah.
Yeah, Winterside versus Chillington. And then the final quarterfinal, the city-state of Catania versus... I forget who won. Was it Dansberg?
Dansberg.
Yep.
We have 3 minutes left, and the score in this match between Sansvik and Shadowpoint is still 0-0.
Titsensaki won the previous quarterfinal after that match was just way too long, but Whoever wins this match will be going to the semifinal against Tits and Saki.
Two and a half minutes left.
And Elite making offensive moves. Ooh, Sans backed into a corner.
2 minutes left.
Elite is playing more offensively and... Ooh.
That looked like a draw.
If you want to call an official timeout, I could check my stream.
Yeah, we're calling a timeout now with about 3:30 left.
Yeah, looking at my stream, they went in at about the same time, so that would be a draw.
Okay, that's a draw. So it is declared a draw. The time is still the score is still 0-0 after an official timeout with 1 minute 30 seconds left. The clock will start when this round restart when this round starts. Are you ready?
Ready?
Elite.
And to answer Chief's question in our live chat, usually in MLS, even if one goes down slightly before the other, if they fall at like basically the same time, that counts as a draw.
Elite, are you ready? Elite is ready, so we will restart in 3, 2, 1, go. We are still looking for the first score of the game.
So far, the pattern this game, general defensive play, but with some heated offensive moves by Elite. On occasion, like right now, that is, oh my god, that was...
1 minute left.
You can see Elite dug literally a circle right around Sans' location as he jumped around. You can see the mark of that still on the field as Sans retreats into the opposite corner.
30 seconds left.
And that's a point
And
for Sansvik.
takes a 1-0 lead with at the very last seconds of the game. Let's see, can Elite get the field reset in time? Let's see. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Are we still in the... And that's another point for Sansvik.
The clock should have gone by now.
I think I heard the firework.
Oh, did it happen before or after Sans?
It happened before you reset the field.
Okay, then the final score is 1-0 in favor of Sansvik.
Alright, disregard that last point we reported on the scoreboard. That is the game for Sansvik versus Shadow Point. Oh no, this scoreboard is wrong. Hold for a moment.
GG.
There we go.
Just the opposite hint. I'm quite alright right now.
So Sandsvik wins against Shadow Point in the quarterfinal. The next game is going to be Winterside versus Chillington to determine who will go up to the semifinal against either the city-state of Catania or Dansburg, depending on who wins the last quarterfinal. Skelly, if you could give MBS just a minute to do graphics.
Alright, so we are going to see the third seed, Winterside, represented by Needon_NL, who finished third in the 2020 MLS season, versus the sixth seed, Chillington, represented by Amethyst, who finished third in the 2017 MLS season. So this is the first official play for Chillington in a very long while, so we would like to welcome them back to Spleef.
MBS is running.
Alright, Amethyst and Needon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Needon? Needon is ready. We will start the game in 3, 2, 1, go.
Michigan leads Ohio State 85-79 with 37 seconds left in the second. Go Blue, eliminate the Toledans, or they're not from Toledo.
Four minutes, 30 seconds left.
$86-79 Wolverine.
And
Oh,
Needon
no.
just falls into a trench. That is a point for Chillington.
The clock is currently at 3:50 left. Are you ready? Amethyst? 3, 2, 1, go.
And they are continuing after the most anticlimactic point scored by Chillington.
I'm gonna head off for some time. If I'm not back by the time I'm supposed to play again, ping me, please.
Alright. So the winner of this match, of course, will face off against the winner of Dansburg versus City-State of Catania in the semifinals.
As Needon is the one behind, it is in his incentive to be the one playing aggressively, and that does seem to be the what we are witnessing on the field right now.
$88-82 for the Michigan Wolverines with 16 seconds in the second.
2:30 left.
Frog, you're blocking my view.
Oh, risky move by Needon there.
We have about 1:45 left.
And that's a second point for Chillington.
Chillington leads 2-0 with about 1.5 minutes left. So are you ready for the next round? Don't forget that you can call a timeout if you'd like. Okay. Okay, looks like Cyamethyst is ready, so let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
That seemed like a false start there.
1 minute left.
Need an Oh! Some very aggressive, offensive plays by Nita. While Cyamethyst plays defensively, trying to maintain his 2-0 lead.
Half a minute.
With half a minute on the clock to go. This could be Chillington's game, and Winterside scores a point.
Except that he scored a point just as the game ended, so Chillington is still gonna win 2-0.
I believe that firework went off after the point was scored, so it'd be 2-1.
2-1, not 2-0. That was a brain error on my part. So Chillington is going to be the third team in the semifinals, and this next match will determine the fourth team in the semifinals between City State of Catania and Dansburg.
Are you ready to go against me, Sasha?
City State of Catania,
I'm
of course.
gonna lose. Do.
City State of Catania, of course, is being represented by Kitty Cat 11231, and they finished second in MLS in the 2020 season, while Sasha's 9076 is representing Dansburg, and he defeated Nuke 3-0 in the first round. So as we get ready for this match,
TV, one question. If you had to rate yourself at your ability of Spleef on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give yourself?
I don't really know where on the scale. I'd just say I'd put my money on myself over you, but prove me wrong.
All right. No promises.
I'd rate Kitty about an 8 or a 9.
are we ready?
Yep.
Sasha ready? Trying to see because
He's jumping. Yeah, he's ready.
okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off again with the shadow point start. And the trench immediately looks like a carrot or a bent rocket ship. Poor Elon Musk. Sasha, looks like Kitty's going to have the advantage more briefly, but I think now it's an even game. Okay, no, Sasha very close to and Sasha goes down.
City State of Catania takes a 1-0 lead with about 4:30 left. So next we have to wait for the teams to get on opposite corners, and then we can go. Players, are you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. And now we have about 4 minutes left in the match.
It seems that a diagonal shape for the trenches seem to be in fashion here in this round between Dansburg and the City State. Sasha has a lot less field to play with. Kitty can sit back. Sasha migrates, and Kitty. Very close call there for Sasha.
We have about 3:30 left.
Sasha makes an offensive move. Kitty's running away over the trench.
2-0
Close
City
call
State. 2-0 City-State of Catania. With about 3 minutes left in the game. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Off again. Off. Very close call there for Sasha, right off the bat. Sasha is motionless on the field. Trench looks like a dolphin. Kitty. No, he's...
Did the firework go off?
It didn't go off. It shouldn't have gone off. I don't know what you were seeing.
Oh, did someone fire a firework? Please do not fire fireworks in the stadium.
Now to scold the general pose. Sasha goes down.
That's going to be a 3-0 lead for City-State of Catania with about 2 minutes 45 seconds left. Are you ready?
This might be the highest...
3, 2, 1, go.
This might be the highest scoring match of the evening. Well, it's not even evening where I am. The Trench, before Sasha goes down, bringing the score to 4-0, the Trench did look like a marksman pistol from GTA 5.
I am ready.
Alright, Sasha and Kitty are ready, so let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
The gun jokes continue. Very low budget.
Frog, we are going to keep going until we hit the end of the clock.
Very aggressive moves by Sasha, and Sasha does get the 1 point.
Let's get this going with about a minute left. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
You hate to see it.
So this is a 5-1 lead now.
Yep.
The game's gonna end pretty soon. So 3, 2, 1, go. And that's game.
There we go.
That's game. City-State of Catania will advance to face Chillington in the next round.
Woo. So for our viewers on MBS, that concludes the quarterfinals for today. Coming up, it's the semifinals. That's going to be right after these commercial messages. You're watching the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef Tournament live on MBS.
Hello, my name is Skelly Zomperman, and I'm the mayor of Mons Pratus. I would like to cordially welcome the Spleef teams who are participating in the tournament, as well as everyone else that is attending today, to our beautiful city. We're glad that you've come to visit us and enjoy our many sights to see, like the Peace Tower, the Vashon Theater, and the Auerbach Bridge. We hope you have a pleasure here, and may the best team win today's tournament.
And welcome back to the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef Tournament live on MBS. The semifinals are about to begin with the first semifinal match between quarterfinal winners Titsensaki and Sandsvik.
Alright, so we are going to start with Titsensaki versus Sandsvik. Wait, where is Sans? Oh, I need
Right
to
here.
ping Sans.
No,
Oh,
I'm here.
Okay, so are you both ready?
Yep.
Alright, we will start the match once I get to the clock lever in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off again with the Shatterpoint stuff.
This is one of two semifinals. Whoever wins this is guaranteed at least second place and will be going on to the final. Whoever does not win will be going up to the third place match for a chance at third place.
.30, 4:30 left.
Frog wheeled a smiley face on the field.
We have 4 minutes left, a little bit under.
You know, Sans, you should really go up and tear off that the smug sense of self-satisfaction on that smiley face.
Nah, don't worry. I'll do it if he moves.
Or up he goes.
3:30
and,
left.
And the smiley face is now Scarface. And now he's been shot in the face. As we have what seems like a defensive game. Frog trying to build another face, but Sans will not let him.
3 minutes left.
Although, come to think of it now, the way Sans has dug it out, now it looks like a really happy, smiley, mouth open face. except where the eyes are. And Sans gets rid of it.
.230 left, so we're halfway through and it's still 0-0. Two minutes left, and still no score, mostly a defensive game. One minute 30.
We got a defensive game going here.
One minute. Be- 30 seconds, so the clock should go off anytime soon. Probably right
And
after
we
the
got
save.
the save. Oh, and they end up right on top of each other after the save, not quite realizing it. They're like a dazed dementia patient who doesn't know where they are, and that's the time. That means the field resets, and we go into overtime. As neither team has scored a point, and the next to score will win the match, hopefully in less than 40 minutes.
0-0. Okay. Are we ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Cyamethyst won over Needon, right?
Yes, so Chillington will be facing you next.
So the next semifinal after this concludes will be Chillington versus the city-state of Catania. Since these are semifinals, the winner of each semifinal will go to the final, and one of them will be crowned the winner of the tournament. The other, and Frog, goes to the final.
That's right, Titsonsaki defeats Sansvik 1-0, and so Titsonsaki will go to the final match against the winner of Chillington versus City State of Catania, while Sansvik will go to the consolation third place match. Up next is the second semifinal between Chillington represented by Sciametist, and City State of Catania represented by Kitty Cat 11231.
And that means that Tits and Saki is guaranteed at least second place. Hold for a minute while I do graphic. Alrighty.
Clock is ready, so next we have to see if the players are ready.
Get a fresh shovel.
Are we ready to Cyamethyst? Cyamethyst is ready, so the match will start once I get to the clock. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. .430 left, and no score yet. Four minutes left. And City State of Catania scores a point because Cyamethyst accidentally fell in a hole, so that's going to be a CSOK 1-0 lead.
Alright, I'm ready.
Cyamethyst ready? Looks like we are. Yep, she's ready. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. With about 3:30 left in the match. Hard fought match so far. The only point scored has been on a mistake by Cyamethyst. As Elite would say, the trench has been entrenched in the minds of MLS players for a long time, as we have 3 minutes left.
Seems like Catania's not stopping on their offensive moves.
The trench does not look like a saxophone, but that's what I happen to be doing right now.
You know, from my vantage point, the trench doesn't look like anything because I can't really see it.
.230 left. And a 2-0 lead for City State of Catania now, with about 2 minutes left. Each team still has one timeout in the match. And we're gonna wait on the teams to get ready for this next round. The clock is still running.
Ready.
And the timeout's been called. Timeout called with about 1 minute 45 seconds left. And I just accidentally messed up the clock.
Oof.
Clock should be stabilized now. Sorry for that. Cyamethyst, are you... Okay.
Could we hold the time? 1 moment. I have to... Okay. I am ready.
Are you ready, Kitty?
Yeah, I'm ready. Actually,
About 1 minute 40.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. We restart with about 140 left. City-State of Catania still has their timeout remaining. Chillington does not have a timeout anymore. Should have about a minute left. And City-State of Catania takes a 3-0 lead. With a hair under 45 seconds left.
It is
Would
looking
anyone
very
like
much.
to hear the lick?
I'm ready.
Alright,
Oh no.
3, 2, 1, go.
It is looking like we might have a rematch of this past MLS season's final.
Closing in towards the end of the match.
Wow.
And the game has come to an end. City-State of Catania wins 3-0.
And that means the City-State of Catania will go to the final against Hitsunsaki, and Chillington will go to the third place match with Sandsvik. That's what's coming up right here, right now. Can I get
Yep.
Chilled 3 again?
We are now coming to the third place match between the fourth seeded Sandsvik, represented by Sasnot's Luigi, and Chillington, the sixth seed, represented by Cyan Amethyst. And whoever wins this match will win the $100 third place prize. Where did Sans go?
I'm here.
Alright, are you ready?
Yeah.
Looks like Sans is ready and Cyamethyst is ready, so we will start in a moment. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. .430 left, no score. We have about 4 minutes left and still no score in this third place game. We have 3:30 left. And we have 3 minutes. And they almost got a tough. Oh, and Cyamethyst fell into. Oh no. Cyamethyst fell into a hole on accident, so that puts Sandvik at a 1-0 lead with 2:30 left. Are you ready for the next round?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go. Sandvik with a 1-0 advantage. Not impossible to overcome, though. And we have 2 minutes left.
Some close calls there for Cyamethyst. Oh,
Cyamethyst
and the game is tied.
Stands, so that's a 1 tie now. Whoever shot the arrow at me, please don't. Anyways, we have 1:30 left, so are we ready for the next round?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
And it looks like we got the save.
We have about 1 minute left in regulation.
Cyamethyst had just enough time there to eat some steak.
We're getting to the end of regulation.
Oh, close call there.
Regulation should end soon. And that's it.
The end of the match. Field reset. The first overtime we're entering without a tie of 0-0. Instead, the tie is 1-1.
One, and going to sudden death now. Are you ready for the sudden death match?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
And Shillington gets third place in the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef tournament.
Alright, that's a 2-1 win for Chillington in overtime, which means Chillington is third place. And up next will be the finals.
Yes, for our viewers for our viewers on MBS, that has been the third place match. Coming up is the final between Titsansaki and the city-state of Catania to see who will be crowned the winner of the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef tournament. That's coming up right after the break. And welcome back to the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef tournament on MBS. The final round is next, Titsansaki versus the city-state of Catania to see who will win the tournament. This, of course, a rematch of the MLS Season 4 final.
Introducing the finalists, both of whom took very different paths to the finals. Our number one overall seed, Titsansaki, represented by Frog, went into both games into sudden death overtime with no score, won both games by a narrow 1-0 margin, hard fought out. Our other finalist, the second seed, City-State of Catania, represented by Kitty Cat 11231, defeated his two opponents by a combined 8-1 so far in this tournament. No signs of having to struggle at all so far. Who's going to come out on top? Keep watching to find out. And are the players ready?
I am ready.
Alright then, as I get to the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, let's try to do better than MLS Season 4 final. Let's go.
We're off again with the Shadow Point start, and the trench immediately. Kitty Cat is putting a frog in the smaller portion of the field, but that's being negated now. It's about equal ground now. The trench is looking like I don't know, a snake with a knife stuck into it with a B-2 stealth bomber. Props to Psy and Hint for sticking around for so long, and for London for joining us here in the field.
Yes, Hint, I agree. That is how you pronounce H&T's name.
I said Hint, didn't I?
It's pronounced H&T.
Yeah, it's HNT.
Oh, sorry to HNT. I've been saying that. I've been saying it that way for probably 5 years now.
We have 4 minutes left.
The trench looks like a turtle without a shell. You can see the head up there right by Froge. Kitty's over here. Kitty is charging at Frog. A little bit of trench digging there. Frog's in the northeast side of the field.
3:30 left.
Frog's in the northwest corner of the field. No, he's staying around the north. He's going into the northwest. Kitty makes an offensive move, jumps over the gap, and that's just more trench coming in.
We have 3 minutes left and no score yet.
Please let this not run on for 40 minutes. I'd like to practice my saxophone.
Ooh.
We have a stubby cross on the northwest side of the field, and Kitty
Frog
goes down.
takes a 1-0 lead with 2:45 left. So we need to reset quickly.
Ready?
Are we both ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I agree, Frog. 1-0 Tits and Sacco.
1-0 lead with halfway through the match for Saki. Who's going to get the $500?
The city of Titsansako is brought to you by the MLS on MBN. No, that darn! I screwed up the joke about me screwing up the joke.
And now it's a 2-0 lead.
I call a timeout.
And the timeout is being called. Timeout called with about 2 minutes left. About 2 minutes left. Saki just took a commanding 2-0 lead in this final match to determine who's number 1 and who won't be number 1, and who will be number 2.
I'm ready to continue, and you are?
Can I count this one off just for old time's sake?
I think Skelly should count it off because he controls the timer.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and go. About 2 minutes left. CSOK is gonna try to
Will I make
come
a
back.
comeback? Not likely, but we'll see.
We have a New Zealand or a Minecraft hoe.
That
with,
was very, very close for both of them.
Now it's a hummingbird. Now it's a.
It's a 3-0 lead for Frog, and CSOK has no timeouts left.
Why you?
Tanya trap there.
Frog, are you going to get to the opposite? Okay.
I'm ready.
With about a minute left. 3, 2, 1, go.
It looks like
minutes left from what will probably be a championship for Frog and Saki, producing the same result as
Sako.
the very last Shovelers Cup finals between these two players.
Oof.
And that seemed to be a draw.
Oh, did he
Not
go
that
down
the
too?
result really matters at this point.
I am the
I
VAR.
think I accidentally edited the... It's 3-0, right?
We're gonna call an official timeout to review.
Okay.
It looked like a draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see either of them go in first at all.
It's 3-0, right?
Yeah, it's 3-0.
Okay.
Are we ready to continue?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1, and go. And this is almost of this tournament, and that's time. Frog, congratulations to Saki for the championship, and we are about to have the ceremony to award the medals soon in a very quick moment.
And Saki, in a blowout victory, retains its title from MLS Season 4. Saki wins the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef Tournament. The city-state of Catania comes in second place, and Chillington gets the third place. We're going to have a scoreboard on screen in just a minute.
Gonna put down some torches just to make it look not as good. Can the 3 medaling teams come to the field?
One moment.
Live from MBN News in Aston, I'm Jack Spear.
Who were the 2 people who lost the quarterfinals?
The 2 people who lost the first round were Cape Cambridge and Nuke.
Actually, wouldn't it be Lapis Bay, because it was Alpha?
Lapis Bay won in the first round and lost in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, so it'd be Lapis Bay, not Cape Cambridge. Lapis Bay and I meant who lost the quarterfinal. So it's Lapis Bay and Dansburg, okay.
Are we ready for the quick ceremony that I improvised?
Yeah, let me...
Oh, you want spectator, don't you, kitty?
Hey, Frog, could you step away for a minute? And you can go back, thank you.
Let us begin the ceremony. In third place for the Mons Pratus Spleef tournament, earning $100 and getting the third place prize, representing the city of Chillington after defeating Winterside 2-0 in the quarterfinals, losing to City State of Catania 3-0 in the semifinals, and defeating Sandsburg 2-1 in overtime in the third place match. Siamadists, congratulations and on your third place prize. In second place, representing the city-state of Catania, after defeating Dansburg 5-1 in the quarterfinals and defeating Chillington 3-0 in the semifinals and earning a $250 monetary prize. Kitty Cat 11231.
Yay!
Congratulations on your prize.
I'm definitely over there and not over here right now.
And in first place, the number 1 seed, representing Tissansaki, after defeating Lapis Bay 1-0 in the quarterfinals in overtime, defeating Sandsvik 1-0 in the semifinals in overtime, and defeating City State of Catania 3-0 in the finals, earning a $500 monetary prize. Frog, congratulations to him. And would Frog, the champion, like to say a couple words over chat?
I can read out the statement. I am very happy, and I owe this to Smith and Wesson, said Frog. Because I could get my players to be good and train hard. If they didn't train hard, I would shoot them. Because that's how good of a person I am. Anyways, thanks, Skelly, for hosting this tournament. It was fun. And also GG Kitty.
And for our viewers on MBS, on your screen, there's a recap of the top 4 finishers. Titsansaki takes the crown, City State of Catania in 2nd place, Chillington in 3rd, Sandsvik in 4th, everybody else behind that.
And I'd like to thank everyone who's made this tournament possible, including the teams, MBS, the spectators, the staff. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming, and we hope you enjoyed the tournament. That should be it.
And for our viewers on... Apologies there for that cutout. That was, can blame my internet provider for that. Recorded viewers won't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, from MBS Sports and Games in Mons Pratus, I'm Kitty Cat 11231. Thanks for watching the 2021 Mons Pratus Spleef Tournament on MBS. Remember to tune in next Saturday for the premiere of Around the World, and we still need your news, so be sure to check media announcements for more on that. Thanks for watching the Spleef Tournament on MBS.